I was playing with my dog this morning and I had this thought. Have you ever noticed how people sometimes start to look like their pets? I mean, seriously, people choose pets that match their personalities. There's actual research behind this that proves it. And honestly, we do the same thing with people. Think about your friends. You probably like the same music or similar clothes, or go to places that share the same humor, right? That's normal. We don't wake up and say, I'm only hanging out with people just like me, but we naturally drift to that because it's comfortable, it's easy. But here's the problem. In the same way that we drift toward people like us, we drift away from people who aren't. Think about someone you were friends with years ago but aren't really friends with anymore. What happened? Most of the time, the answer is we just became different. It wasn't always a dramatic fight or them being mean, just difference. And if we're honest, we all do this thing where we quietly put people into categories, right? There's the popular kids, the smart kids, there's the troublemakers, there's the church kids, and there's the not church kids. We usually don't hate anyone. We just stick with our people. It becomes a simple system. Us and them. And sometimes, especially for Christians, we can even feel like keeping our distance is the right thing to do. Like staying away from certain people somehow makes us better followers of Jesus. But did Jesus live that way? In John 4, there's a moment where Jesus does something shocking. He stops at a well and talks to a Samaritan woman. That might not sound wild right now, but back then it broke every rule. Jews avoided Samaritans completely. Men didn't talk to women in public, and women had a messy past, especially the one that we're talking about in this story. So much so that she came to the well alone in the heat of the day to avoid people. She was firmly in the them category. And Jesus walked right up to her. He talked with her. He respected her. He offered her hope. And then, this is huge. He told her first that he was the Messiah. Not a religious leader, not his disciples, an outcast woman that everyone else judged. And that's because Jesus saw value in her. She ran back to her village and told everyone. An entire community heard about Jesus because he chose conversation over categories. Here's the big takeaway. Jesus didn't see labels. He saw people. And he invites us to do the same. So what does that look like for us? First, I think it's important for us to start new conversations. Maybe conversations we've been avoiding. I think it's also important for us to look at our friend group and say, are we all exactly the same? Are we challenging each other to be bigger and bolder? Are we talking to people that we might not agree with or know? It's important that we stay curious and that we ask ourselves questions to challenge ourselves to grow. So this week, go out there and love somebody new because Christ loved you first. Have a beautiful week, everybody.